Alright, hello everyone, and today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking you through the ins and outs of me making a stream high. Right now it's like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's fucking 2 in the fucking morning, and I'm deciding to do this right fucking now. So basically I'm going to be showing you guys basically the beginning and the end of whenever I usually do a stream high, and maybe the ins and outs, and I might show you a couple editing tricks as I go. But right now we're just going to go on YouTube because I actually need to grab a video real quick before I begin this major project real quick. Alright, so I'm going to be going to Brian's videos real quick. I'm just going to go and grab this video. I'm basically show you guys how I actually grab videos and convert them from YouTube to an MP4 video file. So what I do is I right click, and I copy link location. I'm going to go onto keepvid.com, which is what I use for MP4 things. I know there's a few alternatives out there, but I use keepvid. Some people say it might be a virus. I mean, as of me right now, I haven't really found any sort of viruses with this yet. But basically you want to go in, enter your URL in here, and you want to press download, and you should be able to pop up with this, and you should be able to see the video that I'm trying to do. And there's an MP4 file right here, a 4AP. I usually get the 4AP because it's the quickest way for me to get it, and also it doesn't take fucking 40 minutes whenever it fucking downloads. So what you want to do is you don't want to click download, because if you click download, it'll give you some pop-up ads. It won't actually give you the actual file. So what you want to do is you want to right click this, and you want to go to save a link as, and basically it's gonna open up my folder of shit. At least I think it will. Yeah, there we go. Here is a list of just a bunch of fucking things I have. Consists of videos. Here's some of the Brian versus Bernard videos. Here's the one where you go sledding, all that kind of shit. It's all here. But I basically going to add that to my folder, and it's going to go and download real quick. And then I'm going to go and exit out of keepvid because I don't really need that open anymore. I'm just going to go and let this download, and it roughly takes about 5 minutes for these to download, so we'll just wait for a second, and we'll go and show you how I basically, edit, like, what is my software and what I use. Most people already know what I use, but I'm just going to tell you anyways. So now I'm going to be opening up Windows Live Movie Maker, and a lot of people might say that this software sucks. It's very, very basic. To that I say I'm very experienced with it. I know the ins and outs of this software, I know the limits of this software, and I know how to avoid the limits of this software. So basically, I'm very experienced with this, so that's the reason why I use it. Anyways, let's go and open up a video just to add to it, because obviously we need to add a video. That's the first thing you ever do whenever I edit, is I add a video. And I'm gonna be adding. Yep, this is the intro that you know and love. This is it. There it is. What we want to do is we're gonna add on to this, okay? And we're gonna, since this is a rapid highlights, which if you guys don't know, a rapid highlights consists of several different streams, all packed into one. It could be a mix of streams that are similar to the last clip I already showed, or it could be a mix of different streams. Now, usually whenever I do a stream high, I usually just do one stream. But for this video, the reason why it's so, complex is the reason why I'm doing this. Because it really is just a free-for-all what I've added. So I can just add anything at this point. So I can go to the archive, and let's say I wanted to highlight something from the... How about the Escapist livestream? Let's try and see if we can highlight something from the Escapist livestream. So, I'm going to grab the Escapist livestream. As you can see, it has to load audio data. This is the reason why I put MP4s, because sometimes it would actually say processing, and it would take an hour to 8 minutes. It would just be ridiculous how long it takes. We can play it.
Okay, are we live?
Yes, we are live, Brian. No need to check, because I am fucking doing a live stream. I'm doing a highlight here.
Paradise. Widely as
this is mainly what I do though right here, is I skim through the video, make sure there's nothing going, obviously there's nothing really going on that I can highlight right here, because obviously there's rapid highlights. So if I was doing this entire live stream right here, just this live stream itself, I would be watching like this. I'd be going through like every now and again. Alright, that looks pretty good. That's a pretty good clip right there. I kind of like that. So we're going to go and set the start point, and this will basically cut out everything from the beginning, obviously. This is very basic editing stuff.
I'm gonna call Officer Chip.
And basically what I like to do is whenever Brian stops talking, I always like to put a split in between whenever he stops talking. And I always usually cut it in like this. That way you actually erase the split, so it sounds like this.
Officer Chip. Keemstar. Okay, we're gonna call Officer Chip Keemstar.
It's like one of those things where, like, it speeds up the video, and it also makes it to where you don't have to wait for a pause as it's happening. And I do this for every single content. I do this for my content, I've been just doing this lately where I just do that. It's easier, it makes the video mesh well. You see a lot of big YouTubers doing it because it is the best way to do it. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, you know, the number one thing that every highlight should have is music. I use this artist right here, and you may recognize him from famous YouTubers such as Vanoss Gaming or other certain, you know, YouTubers that have used this type of music. Everyone uses this kind of music. It is royalty free. It is nice. It is fun. It's just the perfect shenanigans type music. It is perfect. You will see me use a certain amount of tracks for whenever something is going on. I very rarely use tracks that matches what the video is actually doing. I just want the background music to be there, basically because, I mean, come on. You need something to listen to as you're watching Brian do whatever the hell he's doing. I mean, come on. You need to listen to something as he's doing whatever the hell he's doing. I'm going to get to the tiling now, and basically what this consists of is me typing shit. So I can obviously type shit, you know, I could say pure shit if I want to. I mean, come on. I mean, you could do pretty much anything with this. Here's a cool thing. As I'm doing this, as I'm editing, here's all the stream highlights I've ever made. So you have everything from the latest one to this one, which will be added to this folder as I'm done with it, which is honestly, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how I have every single one of them from the very first one I made to the very last one I made. So I just made a text file right here. This is basically the introduction of every single one of my rapid highlights I do, where I basically have the carefree music going on in the background, and I basically have the, you know, the text obviously being there. I do have a few of the transitional things, and this is one of my most used ones, and by far one of my most favorite, is the classic fucking TV static. That's the classic TV static right there. So I'm going to go and cut that, and there we go. Make that full volume so I can ear rape some people. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to throw in a picture right here because I want to throw in a picture right here. Use this a couple months back, but I'm going to use it now because it's actually perfect because it does actually involve CJ. Here, you know what? I'm going to put even a caption here. Why me? Alright, so we're going to add a part for this Michael part. Hang on, we're going to go and add something for this Michael part. I feel like being funny. So I'm going to go ahead and add a part from a stream highlight, and we're going to take one of my favorite stream highlights to ever do. It was a pain in the ass to create, but we're going to do the 7-hour stream of fucking Ghost Recon Wildlands for this. Alright, I'm going to go and do a swipe here as well. I'm going to do a swipe. So, if you guys don't know what a swipe is, basically, a normal size swipe here, I'm going to show you guys on Windows Live Movie Maker, looks a bit like this. It's very, very slow. We want to make a split here. Very creative timing. And it will be, that's a little bit too big. Okay, so basically what this does is this will actually speed up this whoosh. And basically this is how I do the whoosh. This is basically how I do it. And then what I would do is, since I can't add a secondary sound effect, because once you add music thing, if you add music on top of it, you can't this will remove this whole entire thing I have. This is what I do whenever I have double sound effects on screen. So what I do is I go and take a sound effect, any sound effect. This is a narration thing, but there's also a sound effect like option where you can enter a sound and anything, and basically the thing will just magically put it on there. So what I'll do is I'm gonna grab a whoosh sound effect, and this is the sound effect that I use for transitions. You've seen it in Minecraft Nonsense, you've seen it in some of the more recent stream highlights that I've done. And I've been doing this recently too on my main channel as well. Basically what this would look like is this, pretty much.
You know, we gotta get Mike on here.
So there you go, that's how I make the transition. It's very, very simple, but it just does so fucking much. So that's great.
Modes. L. Taking them L's, am I right?
Jesus Christ, you're so cringy, Brad. Right, so I have a funny ass meme to make for John Sin. So I'm gonna go onto YouTube. I'm doing, like I said, guys, I'm doing this all live, so it's really, really ridiculous. So if I branch off into non-Brian videos, I do. So yeah.
And here we.
I have an idea. Hang on. I have a better idea. Hang on. Okay, so right now, I find that's a very good idea to show you guys how I grab MP3 files, because I've already shown you how to grab MP4s, and it just so happens right now I need to grab an MP3 file. So basically what you want to do is you want to grab the video that you want to MP3. Right now I'm about to do Are You Sure About That? We're going to go into this, copy link location, and you want to go over here, same exact thing with thing. Obviously you could just, you know, do all that. You have to fucking ignore pop-up, everything, and blah blah blah. There you go. So I have an MP3 now. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the video now. And this is gonna be basically everything. I have no idea why the hell I did this, but I did. I don't know why I did that, but I did. It usually just fit to the screen, but it's okay because I can just, you know, crop it like this. Yep. Sorry, Brian, but that's gonna have to be how it is right there. That's gonna have to be how it is. So we're gonna save that. And now, editing magic will begin to make the memes.
Are you sure about that?
Alright, so I have, I've been editing for a good hour now. Just been, grinding away at this and everything. And, basically, I'm about to run into a part that I actually need to grab a pre-made video for. But basically, what I'm basically gonna do for this is like a little rumble type thing. Alright, and so for this, I'm gonna have like a Joey return. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up several different splits. I'm gonna split in different places. You're gonna see one in a little bit because I'm gonna make a classical edit that I always do. I do a sort of fake rumble with a bunch of zooms. You're gonna see what I do using that in a minute, but alright, that should be pretty good. And now we basically just add some random animations to each of these. I like to go into the zooms, and so we can make some pretty crazy things. Make sure you don't do the same exact thing that much. So we'll do a rumble. This is gonna be like a ground shaking type sound effect, and we're gonna put that in full volume. And you basically have yourself a fucking amazing. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, so pretty much we're done as of right now. We're pretty much done with the stream highlight, I would say. I'm gonna go and say, no, I'm not gonna go and save it yet. I'm actually going to add one more thing. I need to add a couple more things before we close off this video. So here's the outro card that I use, and let me go and find the sound effect of the 1-up mushroom real quick. Go watch how this looks.
You're gay.
Perfect. And we add the outro and it's gonna look like this. So I mean, that's basically the gist of what happens, and I basically save it. And now I'm gonna go back home, and I'm gonna go and save the movie, and we're gonna name this bitch. Alright guys. Well, that's gonna go and do it. I love making these stream highlights. I enjoy making them. I've been enjoying making them for a year now. And it's still great to make them. It's so much fun to make them still. And I enjoy every single second of it. So, I mean, hell, you could see in this video, I literally was, like, messing around. I was laughing. I was fucking, you know, doing all this shit. I was making all this. You know, it's crazy. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy experience to basically be making these videos for a huge audience, like Brian's audience, which is possibly some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life, which is really cool. Thank you guys so much for making Stream Highlights a huge and fucking insane success, because it is absolutely fun for me to do, and I will continue making them for as long as I live, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, thank you, and if you guys stuck around, thank you as well. Yeah, we'll see you guys soon, and take care, bye.